Pokemon Pokopia is turning a lot of heads right now for all the wrong reasons, as it's debuting on the US eShop and physically as a key card title for $69.99 for a game that honestly looks like an indie title with graphics from 2002. And I said, I mean, technically it's a third party game, but what are we doing here, Nintendo? And $70. And I screenshot Nintendo Life because I will never forget this. When Nintendo vowed to have no plans to use game key cards for first party developed titles, which technically is true because this Pokemon Pokopia game or whatever is not a first party developed title. It is just published by Nintendo, but being developed externally by their partners. And it is the first Nintendo published game to have a game key card, which again is concerning. And I said, imagine spending $70 for a game key card on Switch 2. Holy shit. I thought Nintendo was tone deaf, but wow. And Cell says, Nintendo released a game key card overview video. Pokemon Pokopia is a game key card release. I definitely want to play this game, so I'll probably just buy it digitally. I'm out. Like this is one of those situations where I like my games physical on the cart or disc. I don't like this whole game key card situation where, trust me, bro, it'll work. Cheeky Meeple, shout out, says, owning physical media is not much of a thing anymore and has been being phased out for a long time. It was only a matter of time. I'm also going to say that more often than not, $70 for a game in any format is tone deaf, which, yes, wholeheartedly agree. And this is more details on it before we even get into that video, because yes, we will cover the video. Wario64, using game key cards on Nintendo Switch 2 video. I expect the comments will go great. Also, using Pokemon Pokopia as an example of a key card. And there's more to talk about with this, but let's go to this video first because it is being downvoted and ratioed to hell right now. This is, and I am one of the downvotes to it. Using game key cards on Nintendo Switch 2. 4,000 upvotes to 21,000 downvotes already. So let's check it.
Did you know the Nintendo Switch 2 system has two types of physical game cards?
So I love how they do these info videos and they talk to you like you're retarded. It's great. I guess that's the average pleb gamer. They're like, sure. And by the way, don't get it twisted. This feels like this video is being done for legal purposes, so they can cover their ass in case people are just like, I didn't know. Nintendo can point to, well, Your Honor, we published a video and tried to educate the public on what they were buying and how it really wasn't a game at all.
The first type are standard game cards, and the second are called game key.
And the second are fake game cards.
Key cards. These cards are marked with a key icon here.
And there's nothing inside of it.
They also include this information on...
Can we sidebar real quick? How fucking ugly are these Switch 2 boxes? Like, and then they have this added massive banner at the bottom of them with the game key card and massive red stripe at the top. It's like, you're going the wrong way. Whoever's designing this shit, fire them. This is awful. This is so ugly. Also, this game is under 10 gigs. So they could have just fit it on a game card, a cheap game card. But no, game key card for a 10 gig game.
On the front of the packaging. Game key cards don't contain any game data.
But bonus, you get to pay the full price of a game that does. They think you're retarded.
Here's how to use them to play games. After inserting the game key card,
you will own nothing and be happy.
Connect to the internet.
I can't believe they actually said it, by the way. Can we rewind that?
After inserting the game Game key cards don't contain any game data.
That's clippable right there.
Here's how to use them to play games. After inserting the game key card, connect to the internet to download game data.
No, it's not a game. It's a promise of a game.
Before purchasing the game,
Which, by the way, could you imagine reading the EULA on what you're agreeing when you buy it? But like you actually don't own anything. You're just paying us for the idea of owning something.
sure you have enough space available in your system memory. You can find the full game download size on the packaging here.
10 gigs? It's a tiny game, and they still were like, you know what? No, just do a game key card. How fucking cheap are they? 10 gigs. Come on, Nintendo.
Now, let's start the download.
Like 10 gigs in 2025 is nothing. That a data to hold that a save USB file thing is like so cheap. It's so cheap. Come on.
When you insert a game key card into your system for the first time,
This is wholeheartedly. This is just training people to accept it. They could have easily gone with just putting it on the cart, but they went with the proactive. Nope. This is the perfect game to start pushing the propaganda and indoctrination of accept this. This is the direction that we're going to be going. It could have easily put it on a card.
a prompt will appear to begin the game download. You'll need an internet connection for the initial download. Once the download is complete, you can play.
It's a real kick in the balls. If you want to play it in the future, you need to put the card into your system to play it, even though it's 100% saved onto your console, rendering the card completely useless because there's nothing on it. But you need to still actively change the card, and you need to find the card. So if you lose the card at your house, you can't play it anymore, even though it's all on your system. At that point, just buy it digitally, which is what they want you to do because they make more money off of that. That's why they're going this direction.
Whenever you like with the game key card inserted.
No, I didn't support this, some dumb guy. No. I have not ever, nor do I ever plan on buying a game key card game. I did not, full transparency, I did not think it was going to be as prevalent as it's become. Would my decision of buying a Switch 2 change if I had known? No, probably not, because I still want to play Metroid Prime 4 on my Switch 2. But man, without Metroid Prime 4, I don't think there'd be a reason for me to even care about this, honestly.
And when you want to play another game, simply swap out the game key card, just like standard game cards. You can also use the game key card with another Nintendo Switch 2 system by simply inserting the card.
And downloading it again? Wow. Amazing. It's just like a game, except it's not a game. Wario continued. Pokemon Pokopia Switch 2 key card up for pre-order at Best Buy for $69.99. $70 for a 10 gig Pokemon key card game. You thought Nintendo was greedy before. They have lost their goddamn minds. Confirm key card. This game uses a game key card. Please make sure you have enough space available on your Switch 2. Also, no game is on it. Serby.net says, first look at the box art. It will be released as a game key card and require 10 gigs of space. Oof. And we'll leave it at this. We got Video Games Chronicle. Pokemon Pokopia appears to be the first Nintendo published Switch 2 game to be on a game key card. The game will be released in March. Nintendo has confirmed. And I mean, the game, it doesn't look like it's not going to be fun. I'm sure there's plenty of fun to be had with this, but it becomes a part of just a principle. Like, I don't want anything to do with this. There are so many other games to play that no thanks. Pokemon Pokopia appears to be the first physical Switch 2 game published by Nintendo to be released on a game keycard. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company confirmed today that Pokemon Pokopia, which is being developed by Koei Tecmo, will be released on March 5th. However, in a separate video also published today, titled Using Game Keycards on Switch 2. A sample box and card for Pokemon Pokopia was shown, which shows the game as an example of a game keycard. Think about how sneaky that was, by the way. It's the same shit they pulled when they launched the Switch 2 announcement, and they didn't talk about the prices of the games or anything. And then you found out afterwards, they're doing the same shit. It's just very deceptive because they know people don't want it. So they're hiding all of that and trying to minimize the damage by not talking about it. It's like, no, we're gonna talk about this. I know there are people that are already going out there on social media. I've seen plenty of people saying, we get it. You don't like game key cards. You don't need to keep talking about it every time it's happening. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes, I do. See, by you saying don't keep talking about it, you are trying to quietly, subconsciously indoctrinate people into, guys, just be okay with it. No, I'm going to keep making us think about this every time this happens. VGC has reached out to the Pokemon company for confirmation that Pokemon Pokopia will indeed be released on Game Keycard. What a waste. Of course it is. Since Switch 2's launch, Game Key cards have attracted criticism from some for the fact that they contain no more than a digital activation key for game titles, rather than any game data. Main difference being a Game Key card title and a digital download is that the former can be resold and will work on other Switch 2 systems without the need for virtual game card lending. I mean, sure, there are benefits, I guess, for having it be physical. You could theoretically still resell it, yes, but there's no game on it, meaning 20 years from now, and yes, I would even argue that's not so far out of speculation to say 20 years from now, it may not work anymore. 20 years might be giving it credit. It is Nintendo, so maybe it will last longer than that, maybe 25 years. At some point, they will stop supporting these. It may not even be 20 years. I mean, how long was it since the Wii shop shut down after the Wii? That wasn't 20 years. If it was pretty close to it. My point being, no, it wasn't. No, it definitely wasn't 20 years because that didn't even come out 20 years ago. My point being is, while the system is new, you'll think it's going to last forever. And then after the next latest and greatest thing comes out, they somehow magically forget to give a shit about it because they don't make any money anymore off of it. So why would they continue to support it? So by you buying this right now, you are basically confirming to Nintendo that you are totally fine with them bending you over because yes, the game might be worth something now and you might be able to resell it now. But 20 years from now, when the store shuts down and you can't re-download this or it doesn't work anymore or it stops working 20, 25 years from now, it's worthless and nobody's going to want to buy it from you because it's not going to work. So what's the point of it? That's the problem. That's why this stuff should never be accepted by the masses. And that's why there's so much pushback on it, which ironically, Nintendo actually had a survey they put out there. And en masse, people are saying, we do not like game key cards. And Nintendo's like, cool, thanks for telling us. Anyway, here's the latest Pokemon game on game key card. So far, the vast majority of third-party Switch 2 games have been game key cards in a move that preservationists have called disheartening. I will tell you this straight up. I used to use my Switch as the main console for all games because I just loved collecting for the Switch, the physical games, and having them all on that console was amazing. You can say, oh, it was inferior graphics or inferior processing. I get it, but I still just liked having them all. That was the one I went to for the default. Switch 2, nope. If I'm going to buy it digital, I'll buy it on Steam. But for physical products, nope, definitely not Nintendo Switch 2. It's just a change in perception has happened based off of that. Stephen Kick, CEO of Night Dive Studios, which specializes in modern remasters of older, often out-of-print games, told Game Industry Biz that seeing Nintendo do this is a little disheartening, adding, you would hope that a company that big, that has such a storied history, would take preservation a little more seriously. 100%. These are people that activists have taken over Nintendo and money-hungry, greedy corporate investors. What can we do with this technology to fuck over the customers the most? What will make us the most money? Giving you less and less and less. And I guess if people keep buying it, they have no reason to change. If people stopped buying games when they stopped putting instruction books in, they would have gone back to putting instruction books in. And they wouldn't be like, oh, my money, it costs too much in XYZ. No, they'd find a way to do it because they need to sell the product. The value is what people will pay for it. So don't listen to the lies of, costs have gone up and it's spiraled and it costs so much. No, the fuck it didn't. You're making money hand over fist. Your stock is at all-time highs. Miss me with that BS of, it costs too much. No, it doesn't. This is pure greed. A 10 gig game for Pokemon on a game key card. Give me a break. We've lost our minds. A third-party title being published by Nintendo, game key card. Insanity. Anyways, I'll leave that there. Preservation equals piracy to Nintendo. Yeah, right. Exactly. Once they realized the ROMs were worth money, they're like, wait a second, we were giving these away for free in Animal Crossing and in Metroid Prime. Wait a second, we can sell these to people? We can make them pay for a subscription? Fuck this. These are worth money now.